Tyson Fury is Britain's next big heavyweight hope. But nearly 6 feet 9 inches tall, he's knocked out all 7 opponents so far. Tonight he faces his first real test against English champion John McDermott. Experienced, tough and skillful. Can he impress on home soil? Well, the two fighters arrived a little earlier tonight. Tyson Fury chasing the English title in only his 8th professional fight. Has it come too soon? Looks in bullish mood. Mind your head, son. John McDermott operated at a much higher level. A home fixture for him from just down the road in Horndon. And the crowds have turned out in force. Good support. An expectant crowd here at the impressive Brentwood Centre. And there is hardly a seat to be had in the house. Hi there, good evening. On Friday Fight Night, it's time to unleash the fury as we bring you a man who's quite literally one of the biggest heavyweight hopes around. Glenn McCrory and Johnny Nelson always on the lookout for boxing's next major attraction, but is Fury as good as he thinks he is? We'll also bring you the best of a bumper bill, more heavyweight action, including Tom Dallas looking for a 7th straight win. Larry Oliver.
Heavyweight sensation Tyson Fury's a young man in a big hurry.
I do believe I can be the best in the world and world heavyweight champion, so just need to prove it.
But has Fury jumped the gun, picking a fight with big bad John McDermott after just 7 contests?
I'm the man, the chump.
To be honest, the worst thing you've done is call me McMuffin. That's the worst thing you've done, so I've trained like a maniac. You know, I've lived in an hole for 6 weeks, get away from my family, I've done nothing but train. So it's the worst thing he's done was to call me that.
The man, the McMuffin. I know I've been giving him a lot of stick saying he's a big man and all that, but it's a big step up compared to the lads I've been fighting, so we'll see if they're the real deal or not.
Despite the bravado, there's certainly pressure on Fury's broad shoulders in his first top-of-the-bill fight.
This fight it's everything to me, really. It's not just an English title fight, it's my life, really. If I don't feel like I knock someone out or I put them down on the canvas, then I've disappointed everybody.
McDermott's fought in a much higher class and was considered unlucky not to dethrone British champion Danny Williams in their first meeting.
And John McDermott suddenly turns us all around. What a barrage! Dave Barrett's taking a close look.
Look, man, I went 24 rounds with Danny Williams, one of the biggest punches in Britain, never shook me once.
McDermott's British class and I'm world class, so that's the difference.
So will Fury's knockout run continue, or will McDermott bring him back down to earth with a bang?
I'm going to push him, I keep pushing him until I burst him.
Going to give him what for? We'll put him into retirement, I think.
Smiling assassin there, Tyson Fury. Glenn, can he live up to the hype?
You know, if confidence is anything to go by, you've got to give him a really good chance because he really believes in himself. And for somebody so inexperienced, so young, to be saying what he's saying, he's got to back it up.
How much have we learned about him so far, Johnny?
Very confident, very cocksure of himself. He's got a mischievous thing about him. He's young, but he believes in himself. I've sparred with him before. He will not be pressured into doing anything he doesn't want to do in sparring. And this is just recently.
What does he do well, Glenn?
You know, he's got a very good jab. You've got to respect his size. It's a great start, but he's also athletic with that size, so he uses his jab. He can punch well to the body for a big man. So, you know, he's got all the tools.
How big a test is it, though, against John McDermott?
This is a massive test. Fury's only had 60 rounds. McDermott's done 125 professional rounds. He knows he's mixed it at top domestic level.
Yeah, McDermott unlucky not to be a British champion.
No, you know, this is it's a massive jump for Fury. McDermott is a good fighter who can box, who can punch, and we'll find out if Tyson Fury's the real deal.
He seems up for this as well. Confidence has been an issue with him.
Confidence has been an issue, but I'd be insulted, I'd be frustrated that they're putting a young man in 7 fights, 7 wins against a man of 30 fights.
So who will win? Will it be John McDermott? Will it be Tyson Fury? One man with a lot of interest in this, David Hay, ringside heavyweight date of his own to look forward to. Friday Fight Night in high definition this season. You can catch the action right now. Sky Sports HD2, that's channel 409. Your commentary team, Jim Watt and Adam Smith, after our MC, Gary Logan.
Good evening, Fight fans, and a warm welcome to viewers at home. Joining us live and exclusive here on Sky Sports, Friday Fight Night from the Brentwood Centre here in Essex. You now join us for our feature presentation. Please welcome firstly to the ring, the challenger from Manchester, Tyson Fury.
Wonderful atmosphere, high expectations. Is this the new heavyweight hope for British boxing? He was born 7 weeks premature in August 1988. Tyson Fury, just a shade now past his 21st birthday, now stands at almost 6'9". Size and strength and a background rooted deep in travelling stock. Has he got what it takes? Not lacking confidence, is he? 7 quick-fire wins. Time to find out more, Jim, as he enters his toughest test yet.
Well, I can't think about a British heavyweight in recent history who looked any better than Fury after 7 fights. He's very tall, he's athletic, he's quick, and he's certainly powerful. And I always admire fighters who put themselves on the line with their mouth and then have to back that up. And you can see confidence here. It certainly doesn't lack it. Is it misplaced? We're about to find out. This is a huge step, but the way he's blasted through the lower level fighters, I feel he's ready for it.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the ring your champion from Horndon, John McDermott.
Plenty of support back home in Essex, the competent, organised Big John McDermott, entering his 10th professional season, still something of a boxing enigma, but he's angry about the insults from Tyson Fury. He's got plenty of heart, big question marks over the mental makeup, but he's got the experience. Could he put it all together for one electric performance?
Yeah, well, I think confidence has always been a problem with Big Bad John. But his 2 performances in losing to Danny Williams must have given him confidence. But I wonder, did he perform so well in those fights because he was the underdog? How will he cope tonight against a 7-fight novice where the pressure is on him to perform? How will he cope with that?
There is a buzz about this one for the English heavyweight title. McDermott more seasoned at 29. But look at that reach difference. 9 inches in favour of Tyson Fury, one of the biggest in world boxing. McDermott has been around the British scene for a long time. 30-7, huge gulf there, but 100% knockout ratio for Tyson Fury, albeit at junior level, and that is why he is 6-1 on favourite. 7-2 if you want McDermott, and they fancy it to go short, not towards points.
Your next contest is sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control. Your steward in charge, Mr. Phil Lundgren. Your medical supervisor is Dr. Uta. The timekeeper is Mr. Bob Edgeworth. When the action begins, your 3rd man in the ring will be your referee from Birmingham, Terry O'Connor. And now, fight fans, live on Sky Sports Friday Fight Night, Frank Maloney Promotions in association with your proud sponsors, StanJames.com, Red Square Vodka, CYC, and Tie-Dye Hair Products, proudly present 10 3-minute rounds of boxing for the Heavyweight Championship of England. We go firstly to the red corner where we have your challenger, wearing the black trunks with white trim. He comes from Manchester and weighs in at 17 stones, 9 pounds. He enters the ring with an undefeated 7-fight professional record, 7 wins. All 7 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome Tyson Fury. And we go across the ring to the blue corner where we have your champion. Wearing the blue and white trunks, he fights out of Horndon and weighs in at 18 stones, 1 pound. He enters the ring with an impressive 30-fight professional record, 25 wins, 16 of those wins coming by way of knockout against only 5 defeats. Please welcome Big John McDermott. This is 10 3-minute rounds. Boxers, please.
Here we go. We both know the rules of sports here. When a side break, I want it straight away. Shake hands, best of luck to both. Here we go.
Plenty of fighters here tonight as well for this fascinating crossroads encounter for the English heavyweight title. John McDermott won it with a blowout of Pelé Reid, but how will he cope with the unbeaten young Tyson Fury? Is Fury really the future? Is he worthy of all the hype? What about his chin? How hard has he hit? Many questions to be answered. We're going to find out more, Jim.
Yep, and I think John McDermott's the man to help us find out. McDermott has a decent defence, but he's going to have to use that to get close. A little bit reckless here from McDermott. He's maybe too keen to make an early impression. Has to think defensively to get used to the length of that jab Fury possesses.
Some naivety there from McDermott, although he lands a decent right hand, and Fury's long range and hand speed getting to work. He needs to close that range down, McDermott, try and smother Fury.
Well, he showed a nice little feint there and draws the lead. You don't stand off and wait for someone with a jab that length to throw when they want to throw. You feint at them, threaten, draw the lead when they're not ready to throw, then you have a chance of countering. But he's landed a good right hand already, McDermott.
There's that jab of Fury, one of his big weapons. McDermott was blown away in 79 seconds by Matt Skelton. Right hands, and they're trading very early.
McDermott's getting close, and that was the big question. How long would it take him to get close? He's landed a couple of big right hands already. So already he's asking questions of Fury. Fury's used to having things pretty much his own way throughout his career so far. How will he cope if that changes?
They're really niggled by the attention on Fury in the build-up. John McDermott feels he's been overlooked. He's won 25 of 30 and proved his merits on the British scene, especially with the last 2 fights against Danny Williams.
Well, McDermott's making him work. He's staying on him, not allowing him to control the pace. He's quite keen to get the right hand off. Fury's jab's working, but there's not a lot of smoothness in his boxing yet. Not used to this kind of pressure.
Yep, interesting, McDermott trying to take Fury out of a rhythm. And he'll know a couple of the tricks. The knowledge is with McDermott.
McDermott prepared to take chances, and that's what you have to do with a fella this size, with these physical advantages.
It's a positive start, this, from John McDermott. 1 or 2 people felt he might freeze with the pressure. So he's locked himself away for weeks in a hole to train for this. Good shots from McDermott, and Fury is in a fight for the first time. And look at that from McDermott.
He is not used to this kind of pressure, Fury. Grabbing the heads.
Narcissus at the bell, McDermott in with a head, and he's having a ticking off, but Terry O'Connor has gone into that corner.
Yeah, well, McDermott reacted badly, but it was Fury's fault. He started that.
Now Terry O'Connor's in the other corner. There's the needle, and McDermott is really wound up.
Go for the right, hit him, and be gone.
Relaxing now, right?
What a great atmosphere about this one, Jim.
Yep, I'm really. See, that was Fury. Just right. Fury rubbed the head in, which was wrong. McDermott said, you know, he reacted badly. So probably
10 seconds.
the referee felt he was the worst offender, but I think Fury was the one that kicked that off. But that's the needle we knew they would both bring into the ring tonight.
Second round, the blue and white of John McDermott, the black of Tyson Fury, and Terry O'Connor already saying, calm down, let's make this clean. Fury trying to get the jab going. Can McDermott just negate that physical advantage that the Manchester fighter possesses? That's key, Jim.
Yeah, well, it's the jab. The Fury was pretty accurate and busy with the jab in the opening round, but I think you need more than that to win these contests. McDermott probably threw the better punches, and he's able to get close immediately, and I thought that may be his big problem, but obviously not.
McDermott defence, good uppercut from Fury.
How will Fury react if he's facing a man who can take his punches? Nothing wrong with McDermott's chin.
Absolutely. There were personal problems going into the Skelton fight. It's the only time it's ever happened. He showed a good chin against Danny Williams, McDermott.
Well, that was a full-blooded right hand from Fury. He's taken it and he's still walking forward. Fury boxing better this round. He's finding a bit of space. Oh, good left hook from McDermott.
Yeah, right from Fury. But a left in return from McDermott, who's also got 16 knockouts in his 25 wins. Good action in these first 2 rounds, and McDermott feeling confident.
McDermott's left hook was bang on the chin. He's coming through Fury's punches. This has never happened to Fury before.
Remember, a big underdog going into this, John McDermott, despite the pedigree. Gum shield out. Is Fury ready for this?
Well, I mean, he's reacted well. He's taken full-blooded shots. But, I mean, he is in at the deep end, and I think that's beginning to dawn on him. It's difficult when you've had things pretty much your own way. Good right hand again.
McDermott is finding the target. He might have lost his last couple, but he is really revved up for this one. He's got hold of the middle of the ring, and he is backing Fury up.
He's trying to deny Fury the room to get the long punches off. It's working. Although Fury has landed some decent punches himself in this round. It's becoming a little bit messy at times, down to the fact that McDermott must get close to be effective. Good jabbing from Fury.
It's been a good start, though, from McDermott. Terry O'Connor on Fury's case there.
I just wonder, with that thumping right hand that Fury landed and McDermott walked through it, psychologically, will that have any effect? McDermott is really fired up here.
Burrowing himself in, trying to stay close on the chest of Fury. He's won the first 2.
Landing that right hand, McDermott really fired up.
Tyson Fury, who's only been a pro since December last year. He's been brought through quickly on the usual diet of journeyman. John McDermott, he's almost become a British champion in recent months. It's a big ask for Fury, but he wanted it. Now he's got to deliver.
Fury's holding his arms up close. I think they're both a little bit guilty then.
And you'd have thought McDermott would know the old tricks, certainly more so than Fury.
McDermott managing to out-jab the bigger man there.
Right hand from Fury, but McDermott keeping himself together. Wild there from Fury.
McDermott's effective up close too, complaining about a low blow. That was a kind of lack of experience from McDermott there. Again, he's caught with powerful shots, but not budged.
Yeah, Fury dispatched Scott Belshaw with body shots. And he may well be looking to do the same thing target-wise to McDermott, who's always been fleshy in that department. Good jabs from Fury, settling into this now.
But McDermott giving as good as he's getting with the jabbing. Getting close and getting them off. Little feint before he goes to work. Here's some of the technique that Fury has yet to learn.
Just blows his nose there with the gloves, Tyson Fury. The right hand from McDermott. It's already a good heavyweight scrap, this.
Good body shot from McDermott too. See the little feints before he goes to work. That's the experience. Fury just looking for a gulp of oxygen there. He's worked harder in these 3 rounds than he's worked in his whole career.
And remember, he's never been beyond 4, Tyson Fury. And McDermott's last 2 fights went the championship 12-round distance.
McDermott still pressurising, still trying to push him back.
Flicking out the jab to head and body, Tyson Fury.
A lot of Fury's jabs have been flicks in this round. He's not stepping in with them. Good countering again from McDermott.
Holding his ground, John McDermott. And a good jab back from him, the Essex man.
Well, Fury is used to bullying people. Not happening here.
We cannot wait for that next weekend. First, some English business to take care of here. John McDermott defending that heavyweight title against Tyson Fury, who's talked the talk. Can he walk the walk? It's been a better start from McDermott all round.
Well, you have to believe that Fury's plan must have been to keep this at long range. He hasn't been able to do that. There's the right hand again from McDermott, and again.
Having success with that shot, John McDermott. We've questioned his mental makeup before. The confidence seems to be there tonight.
See, Fury needs to be walking forward with the jab, but he's backing off, and if the jab lands, McDermott is able to come right through it. So for the first time in Fury's career, he's facing someone who can take his punches and keep coming.
And who attempts to rough him up when they get close.
I'm really surprised at the ease with which McDermott is getting home with the right hand. Fair enough, Fury's taken them well, but not defending well against them.
Trying the body now, McDermott. Pitter-pattering with the jab, Fury. Just looks at his corner. A touch disorganised at times, and again he walks into some meaty blows from McDermott.
See, McDermott's punching in this round is the quality. Well, they both come in tonight with a plan in mind, and McDermott is the one who's putting it in operation. There is no way Fury come in planning this kind of fight. He must have wanted things at long range, and he can't do that.
Body shots from Fury, but back comes McDermott. Frank Maloney, his promoter, getting excited. Bit of a battle of the promoters with Fury, with Mick Hennessy. There's a body shot from Fury. That looked better.
Fury's body shots have been good considering such a tall man. But the quality headshots coming from McDermott with a couple of body shots of his own.
And again, Jim, a glance to the corner from Tyson Fury.
Yeah, someone throwing in a programme, I think. I don't know what the problem there is. We're having a great battle here. I don't know if he's displeased with the referee breaking the action. I don't know, but Stuart, we're going to have to sort that out. See, McDermott can get the thumping power into the shots close up, where Fury needs a little bit of room to get them off.
Trying to work the uppercuts, McDermott, as the hand speed of Fury. Few and far between, though. Doesn't look bothered, McDermott. And a body shot there was good.
A good response from Fury, but that's another round to McDermott on Maka.
Combinations to get and use your feet, listening to him. What your combinations to get and move your feet.
Tyson Fury now led by Steve Egan, his amateur coach. All 7 so far, 100% record, but look at that vital stat. The first time he will go past 4 rounds, and only the 21st of his professional career. Have they made a bit of a mistake, Jim?
Well, I mean, he's coped with everything McDermott's thrown at him, and he's tried to answer everything. But he just, the plan that he obviously took in, he hasn't been able to put that in place. So we'll see if plan B is going to be workable. That was like a cuffing punch, no real power in that right hand from Fury.
Good jab from McDermott.
He's been told to double the jab, and it worked straight away.
He was an ABA champion a long time ago, John McDermott. He does have skills and some speed.
Fury holding up close before he gets his own punches off. The referee's been on his case already about that.
Fury only took up boxing when he was 14 in a short amateur career.
Double jab working again for McDermott.
He came in, Jim, tonight, McDermott, from the opening bell, looking the boss.
Well, you can see the way he walked into the ring with both hands in the air, confident. Now you see how the odds have switched.
Yep, big shift. Fury now only 3-1 on to win. McDermott 2-1 against. 7-2 at the beginning of the fight, but a good uppercut from Fury.
I mean, I have to say, Adam, I'm not in the least disappointed in Fury's work. I mean, he's really given it a go. He's tried to answer everything McDermott's thrown at him. Another jab from McDermott, followed by the hook. So, whatever way this goes, I think Fury is showing us he's one for the future. If he can turn this back in his favour, fine. If he can't, he showed a lot of grit here tonight.
Could be a little bit reminiscent of the Carl Thompson-David Hay battle a few years ago. David Hay ringside tonight. He was undone in 5 by Carl Thompson, just came too soon. I wonder if that will happen to Fury, or can he really get a grip of proceedings in there?
See, I think the problem for Fury, he's not really trying to impose himself here, especially at heavyweight. It's important to impose yourself. That was better, but he seems quite happy to let McDermott take the initiative too often. There's that short left hook cut close from McDermott.
Flashes from Fury, but he has to find the composure to sustain the pressure. And in front of him, a man who is refusing to wilt.
Well, I think McDermott has obviously found confidence in the 2 battles with Danny Williams, and it's showing in his boxing now. Williams hit him with some tremendous right hands which he could handle, so he's confident he can take what Fury's got. Jab working again.
Yeah, out jabbing the bigger man. Remember the 9-inch difference in Fury's favour, and McDermott getting home with some. A 40% success ratio at the halfway stage. That's terrific. Who would have predicted that?
That was definitely a newfound confidence in his work. The fact that he can out-jab a man with such a reach advantage just shows the technique that he has.
Second half, English heavyweight title on the line. It's a crossroads one, it's a battle of pride too. And a right hand from McDermott at the beginning of the session.
There you can see the card gave Fury the second round, but everything else to McDermott because he's the man initiating the attacks. Just looking to be in charge of what's going on here.
He's fought 3 times in Essex before, John McDermott. He's lost twice, and every time Terry O'Connor has refereed him, he's been beaten. Superstitious? I don't think he is.
Well, Fury, this is better from him. He's trying to find a bit of room for himself to get some punches off, not being crowded as he has been.
McDermott sparred over 100 rounds for this, most notably with David Price, who beat Tyson Fury in the amateurs. And David's good friend Paul Smith, the British super middleweight challenger, in a few weeks' time was telling me he fancied McDermott big in this one.
Fury just finding a little bit more room. McDermott falling short at the moment.
Hands down though of Fury, trying to keep the swaggering appearance up. He's a nice guy, despite all the bravado and the boast, and a good jab there. Is he coming back into it?
Well, this is what he must do. He must find himself some room. I mean, McDermott's been on top of him right from the opening bell. So either has to move forward with strong punches, or find room just by backing off, moving to the side. Boxing better in this round, Fury.
Yep, sustaining his work too, which is a good sign, Fury. He's been sparring out in Germany. Looks for the body shots. And people always go on about McDermott's shape, Jim, but he's a tough guy, isn't he?
Yeah, and he is always in great shape. I mean, I always remember fighters like Tim Witherspoon, they were never cut, they never looked in great shape. But they could go on all night long. McDermott not quite in that league, but the same idea.
A bit better from Fury in this, the sixth.
Boxed better this round, found himself some time and some room. Is that because McDermott has dropped the pace a little bit, or is he finding answers?
Very interested spectators here tonight. One of those is David Hay, who challenges for the world heavyweight title. He is with Ed Robinson.
Well, David, a fascinating fight. How are you reading it?
It's a great fight. I've got McDermott up by a couple of rounds. But it's all to fight for. I'm really enjoying this. Both of these guys got themselves in terrific shape. They've both taken some real big whacks. There's so much pride at stake tonight. Neither the guy wants to take a backward step, and it's all to fight for. It's all to fight for.
Is experience vital now with McDermott?
Without a doubt. That's why I've got him creeping ahead. Some of the little stuff he does inside with the little short left hooks. Landing his own jab. He's got a real short reach compared to Tyson Fury, but he's managed to land his jab consistently. And on those jabs, I've got him just nicking it.
Will he win the fight?
I don't know. It's up for grabs. It all depends on who's got the most in the tank, who wants it the most, and who's ready to push it down the final straight.
Thanks.
Look at the odds now. Dead level, both 6-5 on. David Hay, absolutely right there. Don't miss these next 4 rounds. Down the stretch, all important. McDermott with the experience. Fury with the youth and the ambition and the promise.
Well, McDermott certainly dropped the pace a little bit in the previous round. The heads coming together there.
Complaining about a low one there, McDermott. It's upping the tempo here, Fury.
Yeah, well, he's obviously realised what's working, what he was doing wasn't working. He's changing things, so McDermott's going to have to react.
That was strange, that inexperience, as he turned away from McDermott, who comes on with jabs, and he has to sink into the body of McDermott, Fury.
But again, look at the way he's firing back. Not in the slightest disappointed with what Fury's come up with so far.
No, it's a terrific heavyweight battle, isn't it? The English title at stake, but as David Hay was saying, a lot of pride. And a right from McDermott. Fury takes it. Some hefty whacks going in now. And this is where the two big men will surely start tiring.
I mean, this kind of fight, that's a thumping punch, that can drain the energy. McDermott's jab again finding the range. Both really feeling the pace, both tiring now, and little wonder this has been non-stop from the start. These are just little pops with the jab from Fury, not point-scoring punches.
The crowd are so involved in this as well. Absolutely packed. People standing at ringside, just trying to get nearer and nearer to the ring. It's that sort of a war, isn't it, Jim?
Yeah, well, it's not too often we get a heavyweight fight like this. Mouth-watering stuff, non-stop action. Tremendous big punches from both men, bang on the chins. Terrific stuff.
Who will last the pace? Who wants it that little bit more? It's really a must-win for McDermott. Fury, I guess, can come again, but he'll want to make that statement at some stage. Just leans on the rope there, Fury. Is that kidology?
Well, these are kind of arm punches that Fury's throwing at the moment. There's no great leverage in them. I think he's just trying to pump out, get the volume of the punches up a little bit, maybe to steal a round. I think McDermott's work has been better in this round.
And I think
difficult
you're right.
to split them punches landed, but I've been more impressed with the quality from McDermott in that round.
Tremendous atmosphere.
John, you hurt him with a right hand. You booked off him. Listen to me. Listen to me, please. You need to get that double jab working. Come on. You've got 3 rounds. Don't throw it away. We're going to cry again when we get home.
We're going to cry again when we get home. Don't throw it away, says CJ Hussain.
Yeah, well, it's not about tactics anymore. It's just about reminding the man sitting there how badly he wants this, how it's going to feel if he loses it. It's just a case of getting his heart right back into the job. Although, I mean, when his heart is in the job, there's no need for that, but it's just to bring out that little bit extra.
There's Tyson's dad, Gypsy John Fury, living every minute. And of course, John McDermott stands in his corner. Both former heavyweights, the dads. Both from travelling stock. There's similarities, but the gulf in seasoning and experience, well, that's in McDermott's favour. But Fury, well, he's played his part in this too.
McDermott always eager to step right back into the fray again. Good right hand from him.
Cuffing shot from Fury. I mean, he must be feeling the pace now because of his lack of ring rounds.
Yeah, and some of his punches are kind of arm punches, and that was a good jab again. A beautiful right hand from McDermott. Lovely jab followed by a beautiful right hand. He's coming up with the quality.
Yeah, sweet shot from John McDermott, who's beaten Scott Gammer and Pele Reed and pushed Mark Krentz close. And I think he has come on from the Danny Williams fights. Lovely right hand. And McDermott enjoying a wonderful start to this 8th round.
This is about as stationary as I've seen Tyson Fury in the whole fight. I think he's really feeling things. He's never been here before. This is really tough. He is in the deep end now.
We wondered before whether this could be that electric performance John McDermott has been waiting for his whole career. Good body shot. And he's starting to dominate again, McDermott.
Fury signs that he could be starting to wilt here. His chin is stationary. He doesn't even seem to react to the punches coming his way. Right hand again, he got a couple of good punches off of his own. That's better from him.
Swinging in the big hooks. But Mick Hennessy across the ring from us, Tyson Fury's promoter, looks a worried man. The jab for McDermott, and Fury tired.
See, I mean, it's an old cliche, but there's no substitute for experience. McDermott's been here so often, he knows he can do it. Fury's had things really all his own way. Yet the Fury can't realise this is slipping away from the man. He has to come up with something else. But I think the tank is emptying.
Never spectacular, McDermott, but solid and doesn't do much wrong. He's better than he looks. First Danny Williams fight, he fought through cracked ribs from 2 rounds in. And he's won that one, and the Essex crowd are loving it. What a total shift. 6-1 on Fury at the start. Now the bookies fancy McDermott, and I think we do too, Jim.
Yeah, well, he's imposed himself on Fury right from the off. He's taken Fury into situations he's never been in before. Full credit to Fury, I've really been impressed. You can see the stats there, really swinging towards McDermott now. I've really been impressed with Fury. He's thrown loads of character, but he's taken some thumping shots, and I think they're beginning to take their toll. I think he really is beginning to feel the pace, whereas McDermott still looks to be strong.
Second out, round 9.
See, I have him 4 points up at the moment. Huge job on Fury's hands.
Just gauging.
If the referees and the judges agree.
Jim, just gauging ringside opinion, and most have McDermott up 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think anyone has it to Fury at the moment. 2 vital rounds left. 1 or 2 have questioned Fury's punch power, but he has knocked out all 7 so far. Might need to dispatch McDermott. Terry O'Connor, the man in the middle, scores the fight. He's the only one that counts. Battle of the jabs, and McDermott is coming through Fury. It's a monumental effort, this, from John McDermott.
See Fury coming back with a bus of body shots there, but not making any impression, and that's been his problem all the way through. Never really made an impression on McDermott.
We heard McDermott's interviews beforehand that he was called McDonut, McMuffin and Big Mac by Fury. That angered him, that's fueled the fire.
Couple of busts from Fury there, but you get the feeling there's some desperation in Fury's work. He's forcing the punches out, no real method. He knows he's up against it and he's just reacting here. But any plan he has gone.
Timeout call by Terry O'Connor, gum shield out of John McDermott. Both guys have given their all. Is there a late bit of drama, a twist in the plot? It's been businesslike, hasn't it, from McDermott?
Yeah, but he's just stayed on Fury all the way through. Just never given him any room. Roughed him up inside. He's better with the short hooks up close. Just maybe a little bit over anxious there.
He's backing the much taller man up. McDermott again, Fury glancing at his corner. That lack of knowledge.
Fury has come up with some punches in this round, some body shots, some bursts of punches. There's desperation in them. Maybe not the same method in McDermott's work in this round.
Oh, right hand from McDermott. Just stiffened Fury momentarily, fell that one. There's a worrying look to Tyson Fury, but he comes back with a shot there and a body shot. And now McDermott just has to steady himself. What a good fight. What a start we're having to the season, Jim.
Yeah, well, Fury looked sold out the previous round, but he's come back.
Come on, you're playing in trouble now.
Down my face.
Mark, give me the end swell.
Yeah, I've got one here.
Quick swell. Go on.
Tyson, get him out of here now, this man. He's
doing it now. What shot's on? It's foot now.
Put the 1-2
Excuse the
left
language in the
all
corner.
shots now, Tyson. Don't worry about the body shots, right? All in shots.
Yeah. But don't take the down forms off him back, okay? It's following him with that right hand. Uppercut him, hook him, straight rights.
He's got to come out like a steam engine and try and knock you out. Get your hands up nice and get up, don't feel sorry for yourself. We've done enough of this. We've been down this road before. No fucking feel
Excuse the
sorry.
language again, but CJ Hussain doing a sort of Teddy Atlas on John McDermott. Complicated character, McDermott. Quite religious man. Who likes painting and sculpturing and is intelligent, but is this his ring night? His boxing success story here in Essex? McDermott must be in front, Jim.
Well, Fury have sent their camp, have sent their man out for the knockout, so I think they agree with us that he hasn't done enough to win this. They've sent him out to throw big right hands, but when the legs are tired, there's not the same leverage in the punches. For the last couple of rounds, full credit to Fury. He's pumped the punches out, but not the powerful shots. You need strength and balance to get them off. Nothing wrong with that one, though.
Good drive from Fury, and an uppercut as well. And he is going for it. Turn southpaw. There's been plenty to like about Tyson Fury as well in this.
Well, he's been sent out to do Adam, and he's given it a go. This is a tremendous response from Fury.
Showing bags of heart, Fury. But McDermott smothers him again, gets close. The extra experience valuable, and a body shot as well from McDermott. What a finish.
Well, I said earlier, whatever way this goes, you can't be disappointed in Tyson Fury. What he's shown here tonight, if this is not his night will come. And this is not over yet.
But credit where credit's due to John McDermott. People have had their suspicions about him as a top domestic force. He takes the uppercut as Fury really goes for broke here.
I mean, you have to hand it also to McDermott. Some of the punches he has walked through tonight, I've never seen him so fired up. Lovely jab from McDermott. Fury walked straight onto that.
Last minute of this tremendous 10-round heavyweight affair, and whichever the way the result goes, and it looks like it's going to go McDermott's way, we feel there could easily be a rematch in 6 months or a year down the line.
Well, I think we could stand sitting through this again, Adam. It's been tremendous. There hasn't been one bad round. Every round, toe to toe.
Working there, Terry, in the right hand.
Yeah, a super heavyweight battle. Hands down of Fury, time running out. Good shot. McDermott again turns his back and complains.
I think he just lost his balance, but you have to be careful. That's twice he's walked away, turned his back. I mean, you can lose points for that as well at this game. Both landing ferocious punches there.
The bell's going to go any second. A right hand from McDermott. Will that seal the victory? Terry O'Connor gives it to Tyson Fury. Well, well, well. There is a mixed reaction here in Essex. Some are cheering, some are booing. Frank Maloney is disgusted, and most people at ringside cannot believe that John McDermott is not still the English champion. Jim, explain.
No, I don't agree with that. I'm sorry. Okay, judging a fight's a matter of opinion, but I felt Tyson Fury tightened things up in the last couple of rounds, but McDermott, for me, most of the way through was the man in the driving seat, producing the quality punches. Feel so sorry for him. He couldn't have given any more. I've complimented Fury all the way through. I'm not going to say anything about him now. He's not the judge. Well, the stats certainly agree with us, but I really feel strongly McDermott won the fight, but not a thing we can do about it.
He's not really celebrating Fury. I think he maybe knows he was a shade lucky.
I mean, straight away he was finding the range. We thought it may have taken him a few rounds to get close. That was a little bit of badness at the end of the opening round. Thankfully the referee kept it under control. But the right hands were landing. I mean, all the way at this stage in the fight, I felt McDermott was the one producing the quality. I complimented Fury several times with what he was showing, said he would come again, but, well, it's turned out in his favour tonight. His jabs were good, although some of them weren't really powerful jabs, they were more like flicks. And how often was he out-jabbed by the shorter man? The right hand worked a treat all the way through. I mean, this is the quality that we saw all the way through from McDermott, which we didn't really see all that often from Fury. We saw character a couple of times, McDermott turning his back there, just after he's maybe made a mistake with his balance. But no, I can't make a case. I can make a case for him tightening things up points-wise, but not for Tyson Fury winning this.
All journalists at ringside, Jim, agree with you by whatever margin that McDermott should have won that fight. It was a terrific battle, both deserve praise, but was it controversial?
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 pulsating rounds, your referee Terry O'Connor scores the contest 98 points to 92 in favour of your winner from Manchester and new English heavyweight champion Tyson Fury.
98-92 by 6 points. That is extraordinary.
McDermott only won 2 rounds in that 10-rounder.
John McDermott's going straight out of the ring.
Does he have the names mixed up, Adam? I cannot explain that, I'm sorry.
What a strange card from Terry O'Connor. Fury's unbeaten though and celebrates.
Well, we'll be talking to Tyson Fury in just a couple of minutes' time. There's a reaction from a shocked Glenn McCrory and Johnny Nelson. We'll also hear from David Hay. We mark the return of Floyd Mayweather. John McDermott on points. We can hear from Tyson Fury right now, talking to Ed Robinson.
Tyson, you got the win, you got the verdict. Did you deserve it?
Yeah, I deserved it, yeah. I worked very hard for that. I had to dig so deep for that. John McDermott was a lot harder than I thought he'd ever be. All credit to him, but I thought I worked the hardest throughout the fight and I deserved to win.
He feels he won it. Do you have sympathy for him?
No, not really. He's going to think he's won it on his own show in his hometown. He caught me with a few right hands over the top and a few body shots, but he was trying to maul in close, really. That was about it. And I was the one working, so I deserved the verdict. And if he wants a rematch, let's get it on.
That was only your 8th fight. Did you show some inexperience there this evening?
Well, an 8 fight. What can you expect? I showed enough to win against a veteran of 30 fights, an English heavyweight champion. So it's just up bigger and better things from now on. And like I say, if John McDermott wants it again, let's get it on again. I'll stop him next time.
What did you learn in there this evening?
I learnt 10 threes is hard from a step up from 4 rounds. And you just got to work. I showed grit and determination. Just got on with it, got it with a few shots, but got on with my job and won the fight. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm happy with the outcome.
And you actually want to fight him next?
I'll fight him next, no problem. Right here again. He's got better things. No problem. I got much better. That was just a little chip off the block, really. I didn't get nothing going. It was a half night for me, but I still managed to get the better of John McDermott on the night. All issues go to John McDermott. What can I say?
John McDermott, what can
he is a good fighter. John McDermott, he's a tough man. He's awkward. He comes in to fight, and he's a war horse. Anyone who wants to fight John McDermott is going to get a tough fight.
Well done tonight.
He's obviously happy with the result. Are you, Glenn McCrory?
No, but, you know, first things first, it was an excellent fight, but I just think the referee totally got the wrong win. It's such a shame for John McDermott. Tyson Fury showed us a lot, did some good stuff, but John McDermott deserved to win.
Johnny, your take on it?
You knew Pride was going to take both these fighters to the distance. Nobody wanted to go out on the backside. I gave it to McDermott by at least 3 rounds, but you've got to give a lot of respect to Tyson Fury for the guts he showed.
At ringside, the valiant loser, talking to Ed Robinson.
John, in your mind, how did you score that fight?
Listen, I thought going into the last round, my corner told me, John, you're in front, you're at least 4 rounds in front, keep on him. I thought the last round was level. I thought I well nicked it. I honestly thought I nicked it.
Try and tell us how you're feeling now after a verdict like that.
You know, it's absolutely ridiculous. I beat Danny Williams hands down in Dagenham, and they give it away. No, I beat him. I beat someone to give him an English title. I give it away again. What have I got to do to win here? I'm a nice guy. I don't let one people down. I'm a nice, genuine guy. He's the one shouting his mouth off. You know, he's a nice guy. Maybe he's a nice guy down to earth, but he's the one with a big mouth, and I'll get penalised for it.
He did say he'd give you a rematch. Do you want one?
I'll have a rematch. Yeah, I'll have a rematch, mate. I will definitely have a rematch.
Frank, can that fight happen?
definitely. That was a bigger robbery than the Holyfield-Lewis draw. I mean, you know, I'm sure to be called up before the ball for my behaviour, but Terry O'Connor is a disgrace to British boxing, what he done here tonight. And doing that, you know, people are like, why do I want to be in a business when you're getting robbed? Daylight robbery. He didn't even have a mask on. Dick Turpin at least wears a mask when he robs you.
Unlucky tonight.
Strong.